What's good, everyone? Matt here with another travel vlog. It's Matto in Nambaland. This travel vlog actually is going to be longer than the last one, which that last one is already an hour and 10 minutes long, so somehow I'm going to make it even longer. But yeah, this one's going to be broken up into multiple videos because I'm going to be staying in Osaka for multiple days. So yeah, this video actually is going to be day 0 of my trip. And that's just mostly because there's not really a whole lot going on today. There's no events that I'm going to today. It's just me going to Osaka. So if you want to know what that's like, just check out the last travel vlog. It's going to be very similar to that one. Right now I'm on a train in Utsunomiya. I'm going to Tokyo, and then I'm going to catch a Shinkansen, take that to Osaka, and then go to my hotel and check in, and that's pretty much the whole plan. Anyway, so I'll talk to you guys later when I'm in Tokyo.
So let's back things up a little bit. It's about 3:30, 4 o'clock right now. I just got off work. That's right, I was a good boy and I didn't ditch work to do idle stuff today. That said, I am in a bit of a rush. I got a lot of crap to bring with me. Also, it's raining, so I'm gonna take the bus to the station. Here's a quick clip of that. Here's another part of Utsunomiya they didn't see from the previous video. So this is the main street, and you can see here's Futarahara-san Shrine, I think that's what it's called. It's a big ass shrine in the middle of the city. They do a lot of big events here. If you come here during New Year's Eve, New Year's Day, it's a big clusterfuck. Huge line to go up and do like the Hatsumode, the first time prayer shrine visit. And even like in summer when they do summer festivals, there's a lot of like food stalls and other crap set up. It's a huge clusterfuck, but hey, it's a big ass shrine, that's pretty cool. Oh, and right here, this is a discount ticket shop where you can buy kind of cheaper Shinkansen tickets for like the Nozomi Shinkansen. Actually, I got my tickets from the shop. Sometimes they're sold out, sometimes they have tickets. I was lucky and I was able to get these from the shop. So a lot of cities, they have these kind of ticket shops like near stations, and I don't know how, I don't think it's illegal, but I don't know, it's some weird sketchy shit. You have to do a bunch of weird stuff to get the tickets. And yeah, anyway, if you want to try to save a few hundred yen and you aren't a tourist and don't have the JR rail pass, this is an option to save some money. Here we are at Tokyo Station. It's Yaisu exit. You know where I'm going. It's Mac time. Because this is a later trip, I can actually inform you of a special deal that McDonald's Japan has. It's called Yorumac. Yorumac, which means night McDonald's, is a deal they started a few years ago in which you can get a lot of food for cheap. One of the features is you can get double meat for any of the regular menu burgers for just 100 yen extra. What that means is a double cheeseburger becomes a quadruple cheeseburger, a McChicken becomes a double McChicken, a Filet-O-Fish becomes an even bigger mistake, and so on. My personal favorite item from this promotion is the Pote Nugget set, which is short for fried potatoes and chicken nuggets, or fries and nuggets. There are 2 versions of this meal. There's Pote Nugget Dai, which comes with 1 large fry and 2 5-piece McNuggets for a total of 10. It's 500 yen. And then there's the Pote Nugget Tokudai set, which is 2 large fries and 15 McNuggets for 800 yen. This one is recommended if you're feeling like a garbage monster, like I always do. Anyway, I ended up getting that, and I also got this special triple cheeseburger, which is part of the limited time menu, which is a collaboration with Gundam for some reason. Anyway, I'll talk with y'all again later when I'm in Osaka. Alright, so here I am. I'm all checked in my hotel here in Osaka. I'm over here in Namba. This is the, what is this, Espresso, Hotel Espresso, like S-Espresso, South, to be exact. It's like a chain of like kind of like hotels in this area. They're all called Espresso. It's like Espresso North, East, South, West, left, right, all that stuff. But yeah, I actually stayed at this hotel like literally a year ago, or not quite a year ago, but coming up to a year ago. Last September is actually when I stayed here. And actually it was for Anchu's graduation show. This is like one of the few hotels that like that's open, had a room, and like the price was like reasonable enough for my budget. So I'm like, okay, yeah, I got here, and Yeah, I mean, I liked it well enough. It has kind of a weird thing. So like they're super like still like on like the whole like COVID like prevention measures. So there's like no actual staff like at the front desk or anything. Like they'll talk to you through like an intercom or you have to call them. Yeah, like they gave you like a key code. Like they actually like mailed me like in the booking app or whatever. Like okay, here's the key code to enter the building. Call us when you get there, and then there's like a QR code that takes you to a Google form, like literally a Google Docs form. That's how you check in. Like you put in all your information in there. And then I just pay like with like you can pay with a credit card. You can also pay like with like PayPay or one of the other like QR code payments. You can also pay in cash. But then they have to like send someone because I guess it's like weirdly like remote here, like skeleton staff kind of. But then like they all like work at like one of the other branches here. Because the last time I was here, I actually paid in cash because I didn't have PayPay yet. And then they yeah, basically, oh yeah, okay, here's your information room. Go up and then we'll send a guy up here to come collect the cash. And so that's kind of weird, but other than that, you know, like the room is actually pretty spacious. Let's say like I mean, as I mentioned before, again, like, kind of like the intro part, like yeah, I'm actually gonna be staying here for 3 nights, so 4 days, 3 nights. And I actually have a lot of events going on here. But before we get to those, before I talk about that, let's talk about the trip getting over here. So you may have noticed I didn't quite do a whole lot of like the on the road camera, like walking around like the stations and on the trains and all that fun stuff. Because you saw all that already in the last video blog. So I mean it's pretty much more the same. This time I took the Nozomi Shinkansen, so the one takes like 2.5 hours, at least in theory. But actually, I guess it did take 2.5 hours. But yeah, anyway, I didn't do a whole lot of like shooting on the road and stuff. Because I had a lot more crap to bring here with me. So I have my my normal yellow suitcase, like my clothes and like my Wota goods and stuff are all in there. Which that's normal. That's fine. Then I got my big computer bag. So actually, I brought my my workstation, my war station, I guess as like it's like to be called. I brought my desktop computer here because I'm gonna be like kind of editing these vlogs, try to get them up much quicker than the last time, which they were like I did the vlog and it was like 3 days, 4 days after it already happened, so it was kind of like miss the time. So I'm gonna try to get these like at like the date of that I actually go and do this stuff. Try to prepare some stuff. So yeah. So I had to carry like those 2 big bags, and then you see here behind me, this like a camouflage big backpack. So I changed my backpack recently, and so this is a big backpack. Let me grab it. Go. It's even bigger in person. It's a huge backpack. Huge backpack. I saw this recently. I was going clothing shopping at Shinkansen because that's where dudes like I go shopping. And I just saw like the bag, and so like I recognize the bag because like A, it's huge. B, it has this like logo, which is like it's like CYK. Cyan, yellow, magenta, all that shit. I think it's CMK, maybe. I think that's the brand. Which was from the YNN Utsunomiya Presents video, where they get Deguchi Yuina. I'm spoiling the bit, but hey, it's been out for like half a year, so if you haven't watched it, go watch it anyway. It's still funnier. It's much funnier than how I'm gonna explain it. But yeah, like Deguchi Yuina, she's like, oh yeah, I want to get a big brand bag. Because I'm like 20, I should like act like an adult. So I should like get a big like kind of fancy bag to carry all my stuff because I have a lot of adulting to do and stuff, right? So they're like, oh yeah, okay, yeah, we'll get you a bag, and then they take her to like the big like fancy like fashionable area in like Shinsaibashi, like near like Amerikamura and stuff. And where's the Homachi? No, I think it's Shinsaibashi. I recognized the street when I was there. And like, okay, they're gonna give you the bag, but they don't let you like go into like the stores. Like they're very strict with like filming inside the stores. They're actually gonna go to this random like office building, office room or whatever, and they're gonna give you like a big box, and you can open it there and get your bag there. So they do that, and then she opens the box, and it's this big bag. It's a big red bag. It's even bigger than this one. but it's huge. It's like as big as her. And that one costs like over 20,000 yen, so a little over like $200, $250 or so. This one only costs about 5,000 yen, so about $50. But still pretty big. Hey, I have a lot of crap to carry, and actually it's pretty convenient. My old bag was getting kind of beat up and stuff, so I need to replace it. So yeah, I got this big bag, so I'll be bringing this with me tomorrow. Jeff, if he hasn't watched this yet, you'll see it and you'll probably laugh like, what the hell's up with this bag? And that's the story. So anyway, yeah, so I had to bring a lot of bags here with me for here. So which just meant like okay, it's a lot. It's much more effort for me to carry stuff. On top of that, it's also raining. So Japan has a rainy season. Normally, it's like in June. Like it's from like May to June, maybe early July. Right now, it's middle of July, and it's kind of still raining. Like this whole week, it's been raining. It's supposed to be raining again, I think next week. So it's like they even said officially like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, oh yeah, the rainy season is finished, and like okay, yeah, and then it was like hot as hell, for again humid for like the past like week, even earlier. I think for the past month it's actually been really hot and humid. But yeah, it was raining today. So I had an umbrella. I actually brought an umbrella this time to not get myself wet. So basically my hands are full, and then I don't have one of those like fancy Twitch IRL camera backpacks or whatever with the little like shoulder mount and GoPro camera. I'm not that cool. So don't really do a whole lot of like hands-free filming and walking around. There's that. Speaking of the rain, so that's also another issue I had with this trip on the way over here. So again, I took the Nozomi Shinkansen, and things were going fine. Like okay, I got from Utsunomiya to Tokyo, no problems. It was fine. Like it was raining, but okay, it's like whatever. Get to Tokyo. Go through the South Yaisu exit. My place. Got my McDonald's, because like okay, I'm just gonna grab the McDonald's and get out, and then like do my usual thing. But then I'm hearing like announcements like over the PA, like in the station, and it's like attention everyone, Tokaido Shinkansen has been delayed due to heavy rain. Pretty much everywhere from Shin Yokohama to Okayama, which is like it's like a little bit south of Osaka, a little bit south of Kobe. Actually, I don't think it's near Kobe. I think it's south, whereas Kobe is more to the west. Anyway, or I'm thinking of Wakayama. Same thing. It's all some kind of yama. Anyway, so yeah, it's basically, which meant okay, my whole trip is like delayed now because of heavy rain. And I guess it started at like 5:30. I got to the station around let's see, I left it. And a little before 6, a little after 6, like a 6:10ish or so. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna try to catch a 6:30 train. And yeah, I hear this announcement. Like, I guess the announcement started like an hour ago, and I guess everything has been delayed. I first saw okay, 30 minutes, and then they kept on adding to the timer over time. Okay, 35 minutes, 40 minutes, and then 50 minutes or so. And then there's like a shit ton of people like in the Shinkansen area. Both outside the gates before you even like put in your ticket and like go up to the platform. Mostly I think it's just people who had like reserved seats, and they had to do the exchange or whatever and change like their seats or whatever, because they obviously couldn't get on their trains because they were all delayed by an hour. And it's a kind of a big clusterfuck. There's that. There's a lot of people waiting like inside of like the Shinkansen area, like the tiny little waiting area, like waiting for the trains. Kids are screaming and crying, confused. They don't know what's going on. And I'm like just kind of like oh shit, I already knew I was gonna be getting here pretty late because I came here after work. So yeah, but then I'm like, okay, I hope I don't get here like last train or whatever, and then like I can't check in because they're already pretty weird here with like if you check in after 10 o'clock, you have to like call them up and tell them ahead of time, and then yeah, it's not really 24-hour check-in stuff. So basically, I didn't want my reservation to get canceled, and then I have to pay for the whole thing. That's bad. And then yeah. So anyway, I'm at McDonald's with my bag. It's getting cold, and I'm just kind of wandering around. I'm kind of like hearing like some people talk to you know, the staff or whatever, and I just heard like an announcement on the PA. Oh yeah, hey, the next train that's leaving. Apparently the situation got better, and the next train I'll be leaving is on platform 19. And I'm like, okay, and I go up there, and then of course, you know, everyone else is up there too, and it's like crazy amount of people like standing, waiting in line. There's people already on the trains from the trains that haven't left yet, sitting on the inside the train. There's people outside waiting for the next train, and more people waiting for the train after that. Yeah, so it was huge. And so I'm just walking around. I'm trying to like, okay, I'm gonna see if I can find, see how bad the wait is or how bad the trains are. Of course, you know it's really bad. And it's like I'm walking like back and forth on the platform with all my shit still. So it's like really like I feel like upset and stuff. It would have been good to like to start filming or whatever. Just you know, kind of give you that impression. I did do a little, so there's kind of like a little like you might see a little like picture-in-picture clip here, and yeah, it's just crazy. And as I'm wandering, I noticed like there's kind of a gap of people like waiting in line, and I thought it was just like okay, it's kind of because there's not really much space. Like it's pretty much like you know bumper to bumper traffic of people, and then like it's either the very edge of the platform, which is like goes onto the train and onto the tracks, and like okay, so that's already like very you know, tricky to navigate. And then there's yeah a little narrow like path that's kind of empty. But it's like partially empty, partially full, because it's like people lined up. So it's like line here, people waiting to go on. I think it's like car 3. And then the gap I found is like another line of people, but it's like kind of like halfway to car 2. So I'm like, oh, okay, I think this is a line to like get onto the train. So I mean, I don't know how long it could be. Another hour, it could be another 2 hours. I don't know, but I'll just you know I'm just gonna like I'm gonna just stay in line. It was very back. I didn't cut lines. I didn't quite guidance smash. It felt kind of like guidance smashing because like I was kind of confused and just like oh, I'm just gonna you know. But yeah, like I found like it was in space. Okay, I'm gonna have to wait here, and I saw like okay, it's pretty long, but maybe you know, it might be a miracle I can get on. And then like yeah, the you know train arrives, clean it, and the doors open, and get done, and you know it wasn't quite a bum rush to like go through there, get everyone in there. It's pretty calm. And I managed to actually not only did I manage to get onto the train, and this was an unreserved car by the way, because I didn't buy the reserve ticket. So it's like it's first come first serve with the seats. And then not only did I get on the train, but I also got a seat. And so I ended up getting one of those like the two seat side thing, just because like okay, well it's gonna be full no matter what, so I can't do my whole like you know gaijin bubble, you know tactic with the three seat row. So I'm like okay. And the guy next to me, he was like on watching soccer, and some kind of business looking guy, or whatever. I'm like okay, I didn't really talk to him, but I felt like I was kind of bumping in his way, and I was eating my McDonald's, you know. Being a garbage monster. But yeah, yeah, that's kind of that. And then yeah, and then actually it was just like a normal Nozomi train. There wasn't really a delay. I guess when I got on that train, it was like one of the first few, as the PA announcement said, like oh yeah, it was one of the first trains that was back, and yeah, there's no delay. It didn't like stop somewhere in the middle or at some random station like it usually does. And got here in like 2.5 hours roughly, so I ended up getting to Osaka. That train left about 7, so I guess it would have been like 9:30. Yeah, so yeah, I got to Osaka about 9:30, and then yeah, kind of got onto the the Miyasuji line, can take the train over here, subway over here to Namba, and yeah, got here. That's kind of the whole trip. Yeah, so didn't really have a whole lot of like footage and stuff to show you, so I'm sorry for that. But yeah. That was the trip. So yeah, it was just really stressful. So I wasn't feeling good. And the worst part, and that's also probably gonna make some parts of this whole like travelogue series gonna be a little weird. At least for tomorrow. Is while in the clusterfuck that was Tokyo Station, I noticed like so I have like my little like Bluetooth microphone here to help make it like sound better when I'm out in the wild, out in the public, because it gets really noisy, so it's really hard to hear me speak clearly. Yeah, the little Bluetooth headphone mic, I guess like must have fell off or slipped off something like in all the chaos. And then also the little dongle also fell off. So I need to go get a new Bluetooth headphone, or get some kind of new not headphone, microphone. Hopefully everything's closed, because everything here closes at like 9 o'clock. It sucks. But I don't think I'll have any time tomorrow for the concert, but probably afterwards, I guess I'll have to go hit up like one of like the electronic stores here in Namba and try to get like a replacement. Try to get something cheap. I don't want to like that one costs like a couple like 2,000, 3,000 yen. So I wasn't going. It was like kind of just give me something. Something is better than nothing. And I was going like for like there's like the Rode mic that's like $100 fucking bucks or whatever. I'm like, nah, I can't afford that at the moment. Still can't afford that at the moment. So I'll try to find some kind of something tomorrow. So hopefully the other days will be much better, and I should be able to show more stuff. And also I won't be carrying around all my fucking bags. So it'll be more of like what you expect from the vlog. That's kind of like the Shinkansen trip explanation. Yeah, again, like it's more a lot like if you watched the last video blog, it's gonna be very similar to that. So don't need to repeat too much of what happened. Yeah. So then, yeah, let's talk about this whole trip. So as I said before, yeah, I'm gonna be here for 4 days. This is day 0, of course. So tomorrow is gonna be the summer concert Nambaland 2022 over at Zepp Osaka Bayside, which is over right next door to Universal Studios Japan, which is kind of it's kind of cool, but also it's like, man, can't go to Universal, going to NMB, which depending on who you ask. Actually, I think if you ask me, would you rather go to an NMB concert or Universal Studios, I probably would say NMB concert. But yeah, it's like right next door to that, so that's funny. And so I got tickets for 2 of the 3 shows they're doing. So first thing will be the Akagumi, the red team. That's gonna be at 10 a.m. Which really early for a concert. And then I'm also gonna be picking up goods. So I went and bought some goods from the online shop website. Reserved some goods. I had to go pick them up, and pick up the goods. The first time I did it was kind of like a huge clusterfuck, just took forever. But lately they've gotten better and better with the goods pickup. So anyway, I still like to play safe. I got them really early, so like my pickup time for them is like 8:15 in the morning, 8:15. So I'm gonna be leaving here probably around 7 or so. It takes about like a half hour, 45 minutes or so to get over there. And go pick up my goods. I'll probably do like a kind of show them off, either when I'm there or when I come back after all the concerts. Well, we'll see. But yeah, so get those early, and then yeah, I'll be meeting up with Jeff, and then Ryan decided not to come. Like, decided to ditch us. So instead, though, Jeff has like a friend who I guess will be taking Ryan's spot for the red team. So we'll see that, and then, yeah, it'll be cool. I haven't watched the live streams. I'm kind of like going on like a weird like media blackout. Like I want to go in completely blind. Because I like to see the surprises. I know I've seen some. I've heard some rumbling and stuff. I've been kind of spoiled in some parts of the concert. But also then like if I'm going to go see a concert like soon or like a set list, I presume it's going to be the same set list for all shows. Like they did a show yesterday, Thursday, red team, and then today, Friday, was the white team, and then tomorrow is gonna be red team, white team, and then Senbatsu. We don't know, but it's pretty safe to assume they're gonna do the same set list for both shows. It's NMB and they're pretty lazy. Like work smarter, not harder. But yeah, so I'm assuming it's gonna be the same set list. So I'm just gonna try have a fresh point of view, fresh perspective going in. But yeah, anyway, I'm excited for that one. Hadakan's in that one, so I'm looking forward to that. I think who else is in there? Fua, I think, is in the red team. And that's bad for people I care about. Yeah, so anyway, that's at 10 o'clock, so I guess it's like a 2-hour and 15-minute show. And then I guess there's also like a meet and greet kind of thing, like you get a send off with the audience afterwards. So I guess it looks like probably won't be getting out until about 2:30-ish maybe. Have about an hour break, and then we have to come. Did I say 2:30? No, 12:30. That's what it's showing. So 10 o'clock to 12:30 probably. And then you have about an hour and a half break or so, and then we have the white team, the Shirogumi concert at 2 o'clock. Really, yeah, kind of not really much time to go do something. Like, you can maybe like, hit up like the convenience store, 7-Eleven, the Lawsons that are like right there. They're gonna be, you know, packed full of people getting something to eat. I was hoping if it was longer, like maybe 2 or 3 hours, like normally how they do it, like at the Osaka Joe Hall. We usually have a couple hours between like, you know, afternoon and night concert where we like go over to like the Kyobashi area, the little like food court and restaurant area, and get something there. I was hoping, okay, we could maybe go to the Universal Studios, like the Universal City Walk, like the mall, because they have a bunch of restaurants there. A lot of like, you know, kind of you know, American chains there. They have like Hard Rock Cafe. They have I think they used to have Outback. I don't think they have Outback anymore. Red Lobster, Bubba Gump Shrimp, eggs and things. I think we went there last time. Last year, actually, we actually went there. But yeah, probably doesn't seem like we'll be doing that this year, just because the gap is too short, and also because Jeff doesn't care about the white team. You know, he hates the whites. You know, he has no interest in the whites. You know, whenever the whites do something, he has no interest. It's like, nah, I don't care about the whites. I'm kind of like doing this whole like South Park joke. There's like a family called the Whites. I think the guy's name is like Bob White, and he kind of acts like that. Like he's like the stereotypical like offended white person. He's like, oh, when these people do it, it's fine, but when the whites do it, oh, it's a big problem. You know, that's what I'm doing. That's what I'm ripping off of. But yeah, Jeff, you know, hates white people. Not really. Anyway, yeah, so Jeff's not going, but then his other buddy, Yo, which I've met a few times, he used to be a Nanaho fan, now he's a Xeon, I think also Mikana fan. So he'll be going with me. He actually, yeah, so Ryan was also supposed to go to this show, but he, you know, of course, ditched me. So yeah, Yo's taking his spot, so it's me and him. It's gonna be just me and Yo, going. Our tickets are... they're not great. I don't know if like, but when I signed up for them on the lottery or whatever, it's like all tiered. You can choose first choice, second choice, or whatever, and it's like, okay, you can choose normal seat, you can choose a sitting only seat, you can choose like a camera seat. There's a new feature to add to the concerts. With this one is the Kameko, I think, camera person. And basically it's a whole like area kind of like on the first floor near the front, like off to the side, where if you bring in a real camera, you can take pictures during like a couple songs, and then they want you to like kind of share those on social media. Because you know, at these concerts they usually do have like professional photographers, or they have like, you know, Kaneko, you know, taking pictures, and he'll post them on the social media. But I guess they're just trying to get fans. Hey, we want you to do this stuff, and then I think they might be having a contest or whatever to like pick the best ones. But yeah. Anyway, yeah, we're on the second floor for both shows, red team and white team. Second floor. Yeah, so it's not gonna be amazing. This is at Zepp, which is normally a live house. Normally it's like all standing, and then the second floor is all sitting. But because, you know, COVID or whatever, you know, they're doing all sitting. But if you're on the first floor, you can apparently stand up. But yeah. But anyway, yeah, it's kind of disappointing, but hey, it's about the experience, right? There's that. Of course, there's a Symbops concert at the night in the evening. I forget when exactly it is, 5:30, 6 o'clock, I think. I did not get tickets for that because they did like 2 or 3 lotteries for that. We lost them all. All of us, we all signed up together. We all lost, and then they did like general sales like 2 weeks ago on a Saturday. You had to log into the shitty Lawson ticket website, and then as soon as 6 o'clock hits, you know, the site gets slammed by traffic. It can't handle it because the website was made like in 1998. You know, it's super old, super ghetto. And yeah, of course, you know, can't get tickets. Eventually though, like if you kind of like, you can kind of work at it or whatever, you might be able to get tickets. So like Jeff actually ended up getting like a standing only ticket, which is like in the very back on the second floor behind where we're gonna be sitting, but for the Symbops concert. So he got that. Only he got it, so I don't know. He's paying $6,000 for that. I'm just gonna come back here and I'm gonna watch the live stream. And you know, it's 3,000 yen, 3,500 yen, so you know, about half the cost. I don't have to stand up in the very back I'll probably have a better view like with the streaming and stuff. But it's about the experience of being there or whatever. But I mean, even then, like you can barely see anything back there. Yeah, so yeah, Stimbob's concert. I'll be watching it here. I probably won't be like. I'll probably do like my whole like debriefing thing here as well, like they're doing right now. And then yeah, so that's pretty much Saturday, or yeah, Saturday tomorrow, which will be day 1. There's that, and then day 2, Sunday. I actually have 2 things happening on that day, and that's just gonna be pretty exciting. First thing is at around I think noon. I'm gonna go see a play over here in Osaka. It's in Dotonbori, not too far from here. The Dotonbori Zaza House is the venue, and this is Ishizuka Akari's theater troupe Utsunomiya. Because this theater troupe she started back in 2018. They've done 2 plays so far, and then this is the 3rd one. They actually had I think back in either late 2019 or it was early 2020. I think it might have been late 2019. They were supposed to do a 3rd one, but somehow it got canceled. I don't know what happened. Like I wasn't sure. Like maybe Anshu's going to be graduating, so that's why I decided to scrap the idea. But she ended up graduating like 2 years ago. And also, yeah, by the way, Anshu, she was my former Oshiman up until she graduated last year. Well, last September, which and I'm in the same hotel that she graduated. Well, I'm in the same hotel I stayed at on the day that she graduated. So it's kind of like spooky. But yeah, that's yeah, I can go see that play. And actually, it's really tiny. This was actually also hard to get tickets for, but somehow I managed to get tickets on like through like the pre-sales and stuff. And then it's weird because she like started this theater troupe, and it was a bunch of random people. There were a couple like NMB members, like Naru was in it, and then even Yamarina, she was involved. I think she designed like the t-shirts or something for the 2nd show. But then she graduated, she left Yoshimoto, and then she like this announcement that she was going to do this play, I think came out back in May? No, March, I think. March, or whatever. And I think she even did a live stream. And there were, like, comments, like, asking, hey, are you going to bring back, like, some of the old people from your old shows? And I guess, like, I don't know what happened. Like, some bridges were burnt or whatever. But I guess it sounded like she's, like, looking to kind of, like, do, like, have, like, turn a new leaf or whatever, have a fresh start with this whole, troupe or whatever. So I guess it sounded like she wasn't going to be bringing over any of the people from before. That said, in the cast, there's also it does include another former NMB member, Kawano Nanoho. So Jeff, that was his like 2nd Oshiman, and then as we mentioned before, Ryo, that was his original Oshiman. So they also were trying to get tickets, and I was able to get my ticket, and then they weren't able to get tickets. I think Ryo went to the show today. I'm not sure if he's going on Sunday as well, but I don't know. And then Jeff managed to get tickets for the Sunday show as well. So actually, we'll be seeing that together, but we're seeing separately. There's that, and also current NMB member Satsuki Aika or IP. She will also be in the show as well. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do a bunch of new people, but also I'm gonna have some people I already know in the show. But I mean she did audition, so who knows? Maybe they beat everyone else. But that's it's kind of funny. But yeah, it's supposed to be like a really tiny playhouse, like only like 100 so people, 130 people will be there. So it's gonna be pretty small, pretty tiny. So yeah, that'll be interesting. I don't really know what to expect from that. Her last show was good. It was just kind of weird. It's kind of weird at her. I'll probably ask Jeff to like explain it to me because if I don't figure out the story. So yeah, I'm gonna take a drink. All right, yeah. So then, yeah, there's a play, and then just out of hey, when you're here, you might as well do it. I applied for the theater. They had a Team B2 show also on Sunday. And I think my original plan was, I didn't know when they were, because I think they just announced this, like, barely a week ago. But I was like, okay, if, like, they do 2 shows on Sunday, one in the afternoon and one, like, in the evening, I'll just go to the, and if I win, like, the afternoon one, if I win either of them, or if I win, like, the afternoon one, but not the evening one, I'll just, like, go to that one, I'll go to that show instead, and then, like, I'll resell the ticket to Dio. But I'm not sure. I don't think he got tickets for the Sunday show. But I would have done that. But I guess this play is at noon, and then I guess they actually are doing a B2 show, but it's later. I think like 5 o'clock ish. Yeah, 5, 6 o'clock. So yeah, I don't really need to be there until 4 or 5 o'clock anyway. So yeah, so I will be able to do 2 events on Sunday. So I'll be able to go see B2. This is actually my first time going to a B2 theater show, so I'm actually pretty excited for that. Misaki will be there, so that's pretty good. I actually prepared a sketchbook. I have some things to say in a written form to her. So there's that. So that's exciting. And then also that's day 2. That's day 2. And then day 3. Day 3 is going to be is going to be me going back to Utsunomiya. But also they also have another theater show. It's also a holiday. It's going to be it's Marine Day, Sea Day, Ocean Day, whichever you want to call it, Umi no Hi. It's a holiday here in Japan on Monday. So I don't have work, but I will be going back because I have work the next day. And then they are doing a theater show. They're actually doing 2 theater shows on Monday. So for Team In, the Muchu Laibu set list. And so the afternoon show is just going to be a normal Team In show, and then the evening show is going to be Kojirin Seitansai. But I would not be able to make it back home in time if I watched that one, so I'm just going to the afternoon one. It was what I applied for. And when I got the results on the way, I guess before I actually left Utsunomiya, I saw the results. And I was able to get tickets for the Team In show as well. So going to the theater back to back, boom boom, B2, Team In. And also be my first time going to Team In as well. So I went to Team M back in April, and that was for Karen's birthday show. But yeah, so anyway, I'll be able to complete the whole set. My little stamp book, my little personal achievement list or whatever. I'll be able to have that. And then look at the cast. Also, I'm happy because Wada Miu will be performing on Team N show, and she's been kind of like not a regular mainstay. Like, she's part of Team N, but she doesn't always perform every time because Nagisa's always there, or some other members are still there. But she's there, so that's gonna be my Oshimen for the Team N. So I actually prepared a sketchbook page for her as well, without knowing if I was gonna win the show or not, but just in case, So yeah, there's that. That's gonna be fun. It's gonna be exciting. I'll be watching that show and then heading right back to hopping on the Shinkansen, heading back to Utsunomiya. So that's kind of my plan for the weekend. So that'll be day 3, and hopefully I'm gonna be doing these videos each day, each night, going up at night or early in the morning of the following day, editing them and stuff. But yeah, that's kind of the plan for this weekend. This is gonna be my my NMB summer concert travelogue series. So yeah, let me know what you think. I'm sorry about the lack of on the street video stuff. Hopefully we'll fix that tomorrow. I'll actually be out more. Hopefully I'll pick up a microphone so I can actually do more commentary and stuff. I actually downloaded this app on my phone because on the iPhone you can't do video and then switch cameras from the front facing to the back facing cameras while you are recording. It's because iPhone and Apple, they're dumb. But so anyway, I download I got it's 500 yen, $5 app. It lets you do that. It also lets you do picture in picture and kind of split view. It looks pretty cool. So I might try messing with that. But yeah. Anyway, thanks for watching. Let me know what you think of the travelogue, what you're excited to see at the concerts, what you're excited to see for me to do. Have any questions or things I should talk about in the next video or an upcoming video? I'm very open. I'm glad to read the comments. Like, subscribe, share the video, tell your friends, tell your family. And yeah, thanks for watching. I will see you again next time for day 1. Peace.